So we are all going to agree that this is some sort of misplaced priorities and ignorance at its best.
You're not gonna believe this. The Rotten Tomatoes score for Melania's movie just came out. It wasn't good. She got a 7%. And these were the reviews. I'd rather rewatch January 6th. Don't waste your money.
I asked if you were ready for the Melania movie, and South Africa answered. And they said, hell no. The entire nation, not a few theaters, the entire nation of South Africa will not show Melania, the movie. Because of their history with apartheid, you know, they don't want to show that movie and be associated with the current inhumane policies of immigration going on in the United States. That's right. They don't want to be associated with the killing of black and brown people in the streets and that abuse of power or a weird power dynamic. So they're like, no thank you. We're not going to show it.
So almost no one showed up. The Melania movie just quietly flopped so loud. Empty theaters, soft ticket sales, no real audience interest, none at all. And here's the thing, this isn't about taste. This is about context. The film is centered on Melania Trump, and it's directed by Brett Ratner, a man who disappeared from Hollywood after multiple sexual misconduct accusations. You sure know how to pick men, Melania. That alone already narrows your audience. But add to that, a reported 70+ million budget. Critics calling it empty, staged, propaganda adjacent, and theaters where screenings sold single-digit tickets. And suddenly, the silence makes so much sense. This wasn't rejected loudly, it was rejected quietly. No protests, no outrage, just people not showing up. And honestly, that's the most telling. Because cultural power isn't measured by how much money you spend.
Melania the movie. Unfortunately, it seems to be a big flop. What? Melania the movie is a flop? You mean people are rushing out and filling up the movie theater starting the premiere that I think was on Thursday? I mean, they did premiere it again at the Kennedy Center. But again, obviously the Trump people went to that. But Amazon paid $40 million for this, I believe. Melania got $28 million. Why did Bezos really do this? Yep. Bezos knows how to get what he wants. Also spent another $35 million on marketing, and apparently it played to empty theaters. Seems like it was 4 to 6% full, which means it was 94 to 96% empty in most theaters. That's not a way to make money. But was any of this done to make money? I don't know. Maybe they thought they were going to turn out. But apparently at this point, it is not going very well. The reviews are equally as bad. Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 6. A 6. That is not good.
Girl, Melania, they said if your movie was playing at the end of a race, they would start walking backwards, child. Child, your movie premiere in those movie theaters, they said it was empty, okay? Everybody on mute like it was Beyonce challenge. Girl, they was talking about, I don't know why you tried to sell out a movie theater and you couldn't even sell out a parking lot at a Dollar Tree. Now, they ain't have to say that at all. Girl, if I was you, I wouldn't even take that level of disrespect, okay? Then they said that the movie in itself cost $70 million. Listen, I wouldn't spend 76 on it. But y'all first lady had her movie premiere and she couldn't even sell not one ticket. Listen, they was about to start giving away the tickets for free. Everybody was like, but listen, you couldn't even pay me to watch that movie. I would rather go outside, cut my grass with some toenail clippers.
Not even the MAGA cult is showing up to see this disastrous so-called documentary. I'm going to read you a couple of reviews in a second here, but let's go over some of the numbers. This movie cost $75 million to make. $35 million of that went to global marketing. $40 million of that went to distribution rights. And it has been reported that of that $40 million that went to distribution rights, $28 million went directly into Melania's pocket. As of this morning, this movie is estimated to make $1 to $5 million on opening weekend. That is horrible. Nobody's showing up. Nobody's buying tickets. Not even the MAGA cult. Let's read some of the reviews. Let's just read one of the headlines first, and then I'll dig into these reviews. Melania review. First Lady is a preening, scowling void of pure nothingness in this ghastly bit of propaganda. This is from movie critic Sophie Gilbert. Melania shows off her custom-made inauguration gown, stark white with black ribbons overlaying it, a dress that now looks unavoidably like the redacted Epstein files. This is from a different movie reviewer. No doubt there is a great documentary to be made about Melania, the ambitious model from out of Slovenia who married a New York real estate mogul and then found herself cast in the role of a latter-day Eva Braun. But the horrific Melania movie, empathetically, isn't it. It's one of those rare unicorn films that doesn't have a single redeeming quality. I'm not even sure it qualifies as a documentary exactly, so much as an elaborate piece of designer taxidermy, horribly overpriced and ice cold to the touch, and proffered like a medieval tribute to placate the greedy king on his throne.
So I'm trying to get to understand the main purpose of this Melania documentary rather than the 20 days. Is it the 20 days? The 20 days before Trump inauguration. And what else does it speak about? Because you know what? I'm like, what else does this documentary speaks about? This is not even funny. And people are saying they'd rather go and cut grass with their toenails rather than watching. This wasn't the correct time for you, Melania Trump, to premiere this. And now I'm wondering what Trump will be saying in those meetings that he holds every time and then, oh, the black community have boycotted the Melania premiere. Oh, no. Come on. People are not ready for this. People have a lot of stuff going on right now. And we've seen, like, not only in the United States of America, people are rejecting it in the UK, you know, in South Africa. People are just not getting it, because I feel like the essence of doing a documentary, we need to see the contribution that this person has done. Yeah, but maybe the documentaries could be like even showcasing the bad stuff that people have done in the government. Remember the documentary of Idi Amin? But honestly, was this the right time though? So you've spent a couple of bucks, you know, to produce this documentary. And matter of fact, you've included people who have like bad records in terms of, you know, society relations, allegedly accused for rapes and stuff. Those are the people you introduce, or rather you include in your documentary, and you want people to watch. I don't know, like sometimes I sit and ask myself, who advises these people? Who sits down and advises these people? Because I don't think they want better for you either. No, they don't. They don't want better for you. Because if I was your advisor, I wouldn't. I will tell you, you know what, sit down, relax, and just get yourself out of people's screens, just disappear or something, you know? Because we are having serious cases. We are having children detained. We are having people being brutally killed by the police. We are having economical growth that is literally shutting down. Businesses are not going through because there's political instability in the country. And the best that your beloved First Lady could do is, you know, release a documentary and then hoped for people to just, you know, sit down and watch. People are tired. People are tired of this and they're not taking it anymore. Yeah. You know, I'm trying to Google, I'm trying to ask ChatGPT, are there any specific duties for the United States of America First Lady? Or you just look cute and produce a movie and then hope that people are going to be in the cinemas lining up and watching you. I mean, we need to do better. We need to do better, because what are you taking Americans for, Melania? What are you taking Americans for? This is not pretty at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Yvonne, just in case you're new here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and thank you for being part of my online family. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much. And my new subscribers, feel welcome And if you enjoyed this video, comment, share below, and comment below. Let me know what do you think. Do you think this is appropriate?